Today on MUFC Pulse, we'll dive into some incredibly intriguing news. Reasons for Casemiro's transfer stalling, and Ronald Koeman's comments on De Ligt's injury. For more on this story, check out the video. We also have some equally exciting football news coming up, so stay tuned until the end to catch it all. Welcome to MUFC Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for more updates. The reasons Casemiro's switch to Inter Miami dragged on. Casemiro has reportedly reached a verbal agreement to join Inter Miami, having left Manchester United as a free agent in June 2026. Verbal terms between all parties have been agreed, and the formal steps and paperwork have been sorted out. At the moment, the deal is just waiting for the official contract to be signed and the club to make an announcement. Casemiro is scheduled to officially move to South Florida after finishing his duties playing for the Brazil national team at the 2026 World Cup. Meanwhile, the transfer was actually stuck for weeks because of several league rules. In Major League Soccer, every club is only allowed to have 3 players in the designated player category, which means players whose wages are allowed to go over the league's budget limit, whilst there are already 3 of those players. As a result, there is a chance Casemiro will take a pay cut, but Inter Miami are said to be racking their brains and looking for creative financial solutions so they can pay his wages without breaking the budget rules. Apart from the financial issues, Inter Miami must also pay compensation to LA Galaxy, who hold the discovery rights to negotiate with the player within Major League Soccer. LA Galaxy were the first MLS club to register Casemiro's name and had started negotiations this season. However, after Casemiro spoke with his family, he changed his mind and chose Inter Miami because he wanted to play alongside Lionel Messi. LA Galaxy then demanded compensation of around £750,000 to hand over those rights to Inter Miami, and the back and forth over this compensation amount was what caused the transfer to stall for a few weeks. Ronald Koeman's thoughts on Matthijs De Ligt'S injury. Manchester United defender Matthijs De Ligt is currently focusing on his long journey back to fitness after a serious back injury. After a brilliant run of form that saw him win the Red Devils Player of the Month award in November 2025, bad luck struck, leaving him on the sidelines for a lengthy spell. The conservative treatment plans that were initially hoped to heal the defender did not bring the best results, leading De Ligt to finally decide to go under the knife in May 2026. This medical decision was a success, but it came with a heavy cost as he was forced to give up his dream of playing for the Netherlands national team in the ongoing 2026 World Cup. Despite having to miss the major tournament, Matthijs De Ligt's recovery process is showing very positive signs. At the moment, he is undergoing intensive rehabilitation mixed with holiday time in Ibiza. Through posts on his social media, De Ligt shared moments of himself doing Pilates sessions, a method he specifically chose to strengthen his core and speed up his back recovery to avoid the risk of the injury flaring up again in the future. The management at Manchester United have chosen to take a careful approach and do not want to rush the player back to the pitch, aiming to look after his long-term career. De Ligt is projected to be ready to play and strengthen the Red Devils' defense at the start of the upcoming 2026-2027 season. Responding to the difficult situation he faces, De Ligt expressed his deep gratitude for all the support coming his way and made it clear that he has immense motivation and determination to get back on the pitch at Old Trafford as soon as possible. Seeing the strong commitment shown by the defender, the medical staff at Manchester United are continuing to closely monitor every step of his recovery from afar. De Ligt's daily training program in Ibiza has been specially designed to fit in with the club's pre-season fitness targets. The combination of Pilates, light movement exercises, and water therapy is believed to be the main key to restoring flexibility to his spine without putting too much strain on the area that was recently operated on. Apart from focusing on physical recovery, the mental side of things is also a serious priority for the club in supporting De Ligt's rehabilitation process. Being far away from the immediate pressure of training at Carrington and enjoying the peaceful atmosphere in Ibiza is seen as having a very positive mental impact on the player after his operation. The Red Devils management believe that peace of mind and a good mental balance during this holiday period will speed up his physical healing, so that when he returns to Manchester, he will not only be physically ready but will also have a fresh mental hunger to tackle the new season. Meanwhile, Ronald Koeman's decision to only take players who are completely fit to the World Cup turned out to be a bitter reality for Matthijs De Ligt. In mid-May 2026, the centre-back finally had to undergo surgery to fully heal his injury. This medical step automatically ruled out his chances of playing, while also ensuring that Koeman could not use De Ligt's services in the big tournament. Koeman admitted that this loss was a massive blow, both for De Ligt himself and for the Dutch national team. He highly appreciated the player's hard work to get fit, but stressed that De Ligt's long-term health remains the most important thing, making it a great shame that he has to miss this prestigious competition. Nevertheless, Koeman tried to stay optimistic about heading into the four-yearly tournament. He stated that the orange backline still has quite a strong depth because they are lucky to have other centre-back options playing at the highest level. The team's focus has now turned completely to making the most of the players available and ensuring their defensive setup stays solid. Through this situation, Koeman has consistently shown that even though he highly values De Ligt's tactical quality and hard work, he will not compromise at all on physical fitness for the sake of the Netherlands' big ambitions at the World Cup. Ronald Koeman also gave an encouraging message and made it clear that Matthijs De Ligt'S still has a very long future ahead of him with the Orange squad. Koeman revealed that he had spoken directly with De Ligt, while praising the defender as a young player with the mentality of a true fighter. Right now, De Ligt's main focus is to finish his injury recovery properly without any rush. Koeman strongly believes that once this recovery is complete, De Ligt will return to his very best form. Therefore, he also made sure that the national team door will always be wide open for the tough defender in future international tournaments once he has fully recovered. Man United monitoring German winger. Manchester United are reportedly active in the summer transfer window in their pursuit of a top-quality new left winger. The Red Devils management are prioritizing this area as a crucial step to strengthen their squad depth ahead of next season, which is predicted to be even more competitive. The club's grand ambition to challenge at the top of the Premier League once again has sparked an intensive search for talented players deemed capable of reviving the team's attacking creativity and cutting edge from the flanks. Before focusing their radar on Germany, United had actually been heavily linked with West Ham United's wing forward, Crescencio Somerville. The Hammers' relegation to the second-tier championship has forced them into a clearance sale to balance their severely shaken financial books. This tricky situation has been capitalized on by many big clubs, and West Ham themselves are said to be ready to part ways with their prized asset if a suitor is willing to meet their £50 million valuation. However, alongside Somerville, Manchester United now have another stellar primary target, Borussia Dortmund's young forward, Karim Adeyemi. The German international has entered the Red Devils' serious radar after contract extension talks at Signal Iduna Park hit a stubborn deadlock. The failure to reach a new agreement instantly triggered wild speculation regarding the player's future, whilst opening the door wide for European giants to begin launching formal approaches. Dortmund are currently in a rather pressing dilemma, given that the player's contract reportedly has only about 1 year remaining at the Westfalenstadion. The Bundesliga giants are naturally reluctant to risk losing one of their finest young stars for free at the end of next season. Therefore, Dortmund have reportedly softened their stance and are ready to listen to offers, willing to let Adeyemi go if a club can meet their price tag of between £52 million and £61 million. This potential move is also accompanied by high financial demands from the player's camp for any new club wishing to sign him. Adeyemi is reported to want a significant pay rise in his new contract, with weekly wage expectations ranging from £150,000 to £180,000 per week. This figure reflects his status as one of the most promising young talents in Europe today, whilst posing a test for Manchester United's internal wage structure. The chances of this transfer happening are further strengthened by the involvement of world-class agent Jorge Mendes, who is now within the player's representation circle. The presence of the Portuguese superagent is well known for successfully brokering complicated negotiations and opening initial lines of communication with various Premier League giants. Mendes' massive influence is believed to ease the diplomatic process between the clubs, whilst giving Manchester United a strategic advantage to move quicker in securing personal terms. Nevertheless, Manchester United's efforts to bring the 24-year-old player to Old Trafford will certainly not be straightforward or without obstacles. Adeyemi's availability on the transfer market has sparked fierce competition, with several other top-flight English clubs reportedly monitoring the situation and showing immense interest. This rivalry in the market forces the Red Devils management to act tactically and draw up an attractive proposal so they are not beaten to the signature by their competitors. United's deep interest in Adeyemi is not without good reason, as the player possesses excellent physical attributes, namely incredible speed on the pitch. His sprinting ability is considered a perfect fit for the fast-paced style of the Premier League and can provide a new dimension through deadly direct runs from the wings. His presence is believed to add firepower to the attack managed by the United boss, offering more aggressive tactical options and the ability to break down stubborn opposition defenses. An added bonus that has the Red Devils management so keen is his versatility across positions. Adeyemi is known to be comfortable operating on either flank, but also possesses sharp finishing when deployed as a main central striker. This multi-positional ability is the main attraction for United's management and coaching staff, who truly need dynamic players to navigate a congested fixture schedule. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comment your opinion.